Hopefully everybody's doing well. Welcome back to the Income Stacker. Today we're going to talk about super liens. What are they and how they work? Super liens really relate to the homeowners associations and the condo associations of the world and how their liens are prioritized in certain states. And if the first forecloses, what happens to those liens? Again, each state is different. And again, this is not a comprehensive 50-state review of all the statutes, but just a big picture review of how the super liens work, what are they, and to give you some examples as well. So let's start off by explaining what is a super lien, right? So first off, if a homeowner does not pay the homeowners association fees and special assessments, then the HOA can file a lien, right, that will attach to the property. Now that's the case in all 50 states, right? If someone doesn't pay their fees or their dues, then the HOA can file a lien in hopes of getting their money at some point in time. However, in certain states, the homeowners association liens are given certain priorities, what they call super lien status. And that means that a super lien is a category of lien that, pursuant to state statute, is given a higher priority than other types of liens. So a super lien is given higher priority than even the first mortgage holder, placing the interest of the HOA in front of the first mortgage in many cases. Now, what that means is they will get paid off no matter what happens. A certain amount of money will be paid to the HOA. So how many states have the super lien laws? Well, 22 states have laws that give the HOA, or in some cases the condo association assessments, liens a superior lien status under certain circumstances. And here's a list of the states that I found. Again, this changes all the time, so you make sure that you talk to your local attorney or the attorney that you're doing the foreclosure in, because each state is going to be different. Or if you're doing some business in a state, it's always necessary to get an attorney, since again, these things change all the time. This is just based on the information that I obtained by searching and talking to different attorneys. But this is not comprehensive by any means and does change. Every state has different statutes, right? So what happens typically when a first mortgage holder forecloses? So if I own the first mortgage and I foreclose, what happens to the HOA? Do I have to pay it? Well, in some cases, no. In some cases, yes. So in Florida, I'm going to give you 3 examples here: Florida, Pennsylvania, Maryland, where you do have to pay a certain amount of the HOA. So in Florida, you don't have to, let's say the person hadn't paid in 3 years, well, you don't have to pay 3 years worth. You have to pay, in this case, either 12 months of the HOA fees or 1% of the loan origination amount, whichever is less. So if the loan origination amount is $100,000, you pay $1,000, or 12 months of the HOA fees. If that was, let's say, $1,200, then you pay the lesser of the two, which would be the $1,000. So again, that's how that works for Florida. Pennsylvania, it's 6 months, so you have to pay 6 months HOA fees. Maryland, it's a lien priority given to HOAs. It's 4 months or $1,200, whichever is less. So again, every state's different. There's all kinds of little changes that happen all the time in these laws, so make sure you're up on it. In contrast, there's other 28 states like North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, and so forth, where the HOA gets wiped when the first mortgage forecloses, right? So if I'm the first mortgage holder and I foreclose, the HOA goes away, meaning I don't owe them anymore. They get nothing. Whereas in some of these other states, these other 22 states, you have to pay them some money and they don't get totally wiped off. So that's a quick summary of what these HOA liens are all about, these super liens, and what does that mean. Usually it's not a problem because the amounts aren't super huge, right? Sometimes in certain states people didn't pay for years, but you don't have to do that. You know, the worst case here was the Florida with 12 months. That's not really that bad, or 1% of the loan origination amount. So again, it's tolerable, and you know, certain states don't have it at all, so you don't even have to worry about it. So hopefully that cleared up a little bit what a super lien is. If you hear that term, you'll kind of know what it means. If you have any questions, shoot us an email, and make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel. and we'll see you on the next video.